for having this meeting here. I can't neglect my practice.
Now, and I appreciate being able to meet somewhere other than headquarters. I'm getting fish eyes from enough people because of this Draper Scott autopsy.
It wasn't Draper's autopsy.
Oh, whoever that was handcuffed to Dwyer.
Just how many people down at headquarters know about this autopsy anyway?
Well, Calvin Stoner, Deborah Saxon, they know, and they know why it was ordered.
But they don't know the results. They don't know that it wasn't Draper's body.
No, they don't. But they're not going to stop asking questions, and I can't hold them off forever.
Well, I don't know that you really should. After all, it was their case from the beginning. Theirs and Steve Guthrie's. It's true, they're the ones who broke it. They're the ones who got Nola Madison's confession.
Good, because I didn't want to keep this information secret. I'll make it classified. Put it on a need-to-know basis. That way, at least, we can conduct a proper investigation.
Well, maybe Deborah and Calvin can be helpful there.
Maybe.
You sound reluctant.
I can't decide just what this is. I'm investigating. Whatever happened up there might be in the jurisdiction of the Graham County Police.
No, I don't buy that. Draper was tried under our jurisdiction. A Monticello jury put him on that train. He's our responsibility. And we gotta know what it means, Derek. Whether Draper disappeared, whether he escaped, whether he was drowned.
Drowned is the most likely possibility.
I don't want to deal with possibilities anymore. I want facts. I need them, and so does my sister. Just think about her for a minute, will you? Think about her at the funeral, saying her goodbyes to the wrong man. Time being, I am not buying this escape story either. I just don't believe that Draper would deliberately run away, no matter how good the opportunity to do so was.
Logan, it's an emotional judgment. What we need are some rational ones.
Then where is he? Is it rational to believe that he is still hiding from a sentence that he no longer has to serve? Well, there's still the possibility that he didn't know that he was exonerated. Even that he doesn't know now. Why wouldn't he? Don't tell me. He jumped the nearest tramp freighter and he worked his way to Equatorial Africa, where now, disguised as a missionary, he is completely out of touch with everything save the pygmies. I don't believe that. Logan, if it makes you feel any better, I don't believe it either.
Then what do you think?
Unfortunately, I think the odds are with your version that he drowned. So do I. But I want to be 100% certain.
There's no way to be certain. At least a dozen bodies were never recovered. There is no other really viable alternative if you're going to eliminate death in disguise.
How about illness? I know it's thin, but it's possible. He could be lying somewhere in a coma. In a hospital somewhere. Then why wouldn't we have been notified? Well, I don't know. Perhaps he had no identification when he was brought in. Perhaps he can't speak. I said it was thin. But, you know, serious injury is a possibility we ought to consider. I mean, if his head was injured, maybe he might have gotten amnesia. If he had such bad injuries that he was disfigured, he might not want to come back because of his physical condition.
Oh, come on. Now, look, I have had enough missing person cases in my career. And it usually comes down to the same answer. If somebody's missing, it's because they want to be, or because they're dead.
So what are you saying, Derek? We ought to drop the whole thing?
We can't drop it. We have to answer that handcuff thing. And we have to identify that body.
All right, but let's do it quietly so that April does not find out about it.
Do you think it's possible to keep her from finding out?
I don't know whether it's possible or not, but I want us to try. It's just too damn cruel to let her go on thinking there's even a 1% possibility that her husband is alive. You imagine her sitting by the telephone waiting for it to ring, waiting for the door to open, waiting for word that her husband is still alive? She'd put her whole life on hold. It's exactly what she would do. It would not be good for her. Or for Julia. Or for the people who care about her.
Hi, where are you?
Emily, I'm at work. I have a job.
You have a job?
Yeah, I'm still waiting for somebody to bring me some forms I have to fill out. And the funny thing is, I didn't get this job through one of the ads in the paper. I was just riding past and I saw a place that had a sign out front that said "Man Wanted."
Kirk, that is just wonderful. It's terrific. Now, what kind of company is it?
I don't know. It's a factory. They make machine parts.
I see some of them lying around here, but I don't know what they are. And I also learned something about my past. I wasn't technically inclined.
But what can you do there if you don't know anything about the work? Do they have some kind of training program?
Oh yeah. They're going to train me, and I'll learn fast.
Oh, sure you will.
The thing that really pleased me about this job was the fact that they didn't ask me a lot of questions about my past. Now,
Emily, that was a blessing.
Well, they must have asked you about job experience.
This job doesn't need any experience. That's why it's so perfect.
Well, aren't you going to work in the office?
Emily, for me, there is no office work. Not in Oakdale.
this job pays $150 a week. It's good, honest work, and that's all I care about. Well, eventually, I'm going to have to learn the inventory and the names for all these parts, because there's a chance that I could head up the parts department. But I can handle that. I know I can.
Kirk, if you're happy, then I'm happy too.
Emily, I am happy.
I may be a man without a memory, but I'm a man with a job.
Okay, Mike, here's the stuff.
I have to go. I'll talk to you in a couple of hours.
Okay, now look, Molly should be here any minute, so if we're not here when you get back, then we'll probably be at April's.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm sorry, Mr. DeLuca.
Oh, that's okay. Just fill out those forms, make the front office happy.
Right. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have a pen.
Well, I think I might have one here.
Thank you.
You're a lucky guy, Mike. I mean, half the places in town are dropping people from the payrolls.
Yeah, I am lucky, believe me. But my name, it's not Mike. It's Kirk.
So where'd I get Mike?
Hey, my name, my last name, Michaels.
Oh, yeah, sure. Anyway, there must have been 50 guys maybe would line up for this job. And here you come along as soon as we hang out the sign.
I really appreciate this opportunity.
Need the job, huh? I mean, newly married, new home, all that stuff.
Yeah, I need it, Mr. DeLuca.
Hey, can't have Mr. DeLuca stuff. You call me Jock. Yeah, everybody calls me that. That's kind of because I used to be an athlete. Yeah, I could have been a shortstop for the Red Sox. Yeah, I was a great power hitter.
Yeah, I mean, no kidding.
Yeah, but I couldn't run, They used to throw me out from left field. Listen, fill those stuff out and drop them off my office later, right? Okay. Okay, see you, Mike.
My name. My name isn't Mike. Mike.
Molly, it's so wonderful to see you.
Miss Evelyn. Well, I can't believe I'm here.
Oh.
I never thought I'd see you again.
Oh, no, come here.
Oh, this beautiful house. Oh, I am just so happy for you, Miss Emily.
Oh, Molly, here, let me take you.
Thank you.
I am happy that you've come to Monticello. And I don't want to hear any more of this Miss Emily. We're friends now.
Yes, well, that's really why I did come to Monticello. Not because of the job you told me about, because I want to be very sure that everything is all right with you. Miss Emily, it's just beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, it's much nicer than I imagined from your letter.
Ah, well, we were really so lucky, so terribly lucky. It was a miracle that we even found the house. Come sit down. And even more of a miracle that it belonged to Mrs. Scott.
Well, that's the lady you want me to go to work for.
Yes, and Molly, she is the dearest, kindest woman you'd ever want to meet. Well, I told you how we were able to afford this place.
Oh, yes, you said she made some kind of special arrangement.
Yeah. The truth is, we could never have afforded a place like this price range, but she made it all possible, just because she liked us.
Both of you? I mean, she hasn't met your husband yet.
No, she hasn't met Kirk, but, well, she knows how nice he is just from the way I've talked about him. Oh, Molly, I have really missed you.
Oh, well, I guess I missed you a great deal more sitting up in that old house by myself.
Oh. Yeah, I've often thought about you and wondered how you were doing there. But I won't have to worry about you now that you'll be working for Mrs. Scott.
Well, I mean, that's not sure yet, is it? I haven't even met the woman.
No, but she's willing to give you a try based on my recommendation. And I know she's going to be very happy with you. Why wouldn't she be?
Well, I mean, I haven't had that much practice with little babies, and except, well, I did take care of my sisters when they were little.
There you go. Sure. You know, I always thought that you had very strong maternal instincts. You just wanted to hide them from everyone.
Well, I never felt I could show my feelings. It seems safer that way, I guess.
I know what you mean. I used to feel that way before Kirk came back to me.
Then you're still happy. I mean, there hasn't been any trouble.
Trouble? No, of course not. Everything's just fine. In fact, Kirk called us a little while ago, and he's found himself a job.
A job in Monticello?
No, in Oakdale, right here. You see, Kirk didn't take too well to the city, so we thought it would be better if he worked close to the house.
Oh, Miss Emily, well, that's a very good idea. I'm very happy about that.
Yes. And I might have a job, too, soon.
Oh.
But we'll talk about that another time. First, we have to get your job settled with April Scott.
Oh, April, that's her first name.
Yes, and she's expecting us, so we really ought to get started, okay? Got the keys.
Oh, that's right. I've been taking up your whole morning. I think I'll leave you in peace.
Why? You haven't ruined my morning, that's for sure. The only thing I really had to do today was, take care of Julia.
You were in the middle of house cleaning when I came over.
And believe me, I'm in no mood to go back to it. Why should I? We are getting a housekeeper today.
That's right. You said she was coming this afternoon. What's her name again?
Molly Sherwood, and Emily Michaels says she's an absolute gem.
Why is Mrs. Michaels giving up such a gem?
Because Molly was not Emily's housekeeper. Molly was Emily's father's housekeeper. And Emily and her husband are rather in difficult financial straits. And besides, they're newlyweds. What do they need a housekeeper for? What do I need a housekeeper for? Don't tell me. I know. I do need someone to help me take care of Julia and this huge apartment.
Absolutely. That's what I've been telling you for weeks. Listen, I really do have to go. I have a lunch date with Miles in about half an hour.
Are you picking him up at the office?
Yeah, he has a meeting with Derek and Logan.
Don't tell me about this emergency autopsy.
Yeah. Don't ask me why an autopsy has to be an emergency, but that's the way he made it sound. Only something Miles can handle, according to Logan.
Oh, come on, Logan. Logan knows that Miles is really good at what he does. Before you leave, I've got an idea. How about the four of us getting together here for dinner tonight?
That would be very nice.
Good. I'll give Logan a call. Oh, on second thought, I don't know if it's such a good idea.
Why?
Well, Logan has been rather preoccupied with this case. But I'm not so sure he'd be interested in coming for dinner.
All right, I'm gonna go back to headquarters. Brief Stoner and Saxon. Swear them to secrecy.
Yeah, wouldn't it be nice if that guaranteed secrecy?
No, there are no guarantees. Too many people know that there's something in the air.
Well, as long as we do the best we can, that's all I ask.
Okay, talk to you guys later.
Thank you. Well, guess I better get out of your hair, too. No, that's all right. There are no patients clamoring outside. I don't have another one till 2 o'clock. Nicole's meeting me here for lunch. You want to join us? No, I better go back to the office, shuffle some papers. You don't know how you feel about this revelation, do you? No, I don't. Part of me would like to believe that all this means is the chance that Draper's still alive. Well, we'd all like to believe that, except that the other part knows how high the odds are against that. I've got to have a definite answer, though, Miles. Can't live with this doubt hanging over me. That's the surest way I know to get an ulcer. I don't know how you feel. I've decided to... Excuse me. Yeah, Carol. No, sure, send her in. Cole is here.
Hello. Hi, Logan. Well, you two don't look very cheery. Did I interrupt a serious conference?
No, it's all over. Logan, I think I'm going to have to expand the circle.
Circle? What circle?
I think Nicole has a right to know. Okay, sure.
Well, now what? Does this have something to do with that autopsy?
Yes, as a matter of fact. Sweetheart, the body that I examined was supposed to be the body of Draper Scott.
Draper?
Do you remember when we were in Palace Park and I got those telephone calls? Turned out that Mike Carr had been going through some photographs of the bodies in the train wreck. He noticed a peculiarity. The hands were handcuffed in the wrong way. It was both right hands.
I don't understand. What?
The body was incorrectly identified. The man we buried wasn't Draper. We don't know who he was, but he wasn't Draper. Somehow, he and Sergeant Dwyer must have been separated before the fire, and some stranger ended up on Draper's end of the handcuffs.
Well, where is Draper?
Well, he's dead, most likely. Drowned in the flood that caused the accident. We assumed it happened that way anyway. However, there's some doubt, so there's got to be an investigation. That's what I was about to tell you when Nicole came in. Whatever the police do, I've decided on a course of action for myself. Why, what do you mean? Got a couple of weeks vacation coming up. I'm going to spend it in scenic Graham County. I'll find an answer to this.
Well, I must say it's been quite a day for me. 2 beautiful homes in one afternoon.
I told you it was lovely, didn't I?
Emily tells me you're not very much for the city, Molly, but I think you'll find that the city is a long way off when you're all the way up here. Also, on a clear day, I'll bet you might even be able to see Evansville from here.
Oh, well, it's no matter what, it's such a beautiful view.
Yeah. And listen, even the traffic sounds far off, which is a good thing, which means you will be able to hear Julia whenever she cries, which, if I might add, is not very often. I think you'll find she's really quite a wonderful baby.
And very beautiful, don't you think so?
Oh, thank you.
I'm just so glad that she smiled when I picked her up.
Oh, well, I better tell you, I was rather impressed with the way you handled her.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, how many rooms do you have, Mrs. Scott?
Well, let's go inside and talk about that before the rains. Let's see, there are 3 rooms upstairs, which you saw,
Yes.
and there are 4 rooms down here. But I'll tell you, it's not a difficult place to keep clean, and you won't have to worry about any of the heavy house cleaning, because I do have a service come in once a week.
Well, simply beautiful. It deserves the best care.
Well, does that mean you're going to take the job?
Oh, do you mean that? Oh, yes, if you'd like me to, Mrs. Scott.
Of course I would. I thought that was all understood. Emily's recommendation meant a great deal to me. Oh, speaking of Emily, I don't mean to rush you, but didn't you say you had to meet Kirk or something? He was leaving work?
Oh, you're right. You want to tell me all about the new job? I better get started.
Listen, you tell him how happy I am.
Okay, I will.
Good.
You say, excuse me,
Sure.
please.
Now, you'll have to call me as soon as you get a chance tomorrow,
Yes, of
okay?
course I will. And thank you so very much for everything.
Okay.
Well, yes, there is a lot of dust, especially when I keep the terrace doors open.
I don't know how you can resist it with that view.
I can't, so that's why I guess it just needs a little more vacuuming.
Oh, well, that's all right. I'm used to doing carpets for 15 rooms.
Emily told me the house was large.
No, it was. Oh, it's one of those old, big old rumbling houses everybody used to build. But it was warm and cozy, and those were very good years for me.
I hear you were part of the family.
Yes. Well, I like to think about myself that way. But now the family's gone, Dr. Galt is dead, and Emily's married and living here in Oakdale.
I think you two will still be close.
Oh, yes, I know we will. Oh, well, here I am, socializing when I came to work. Now, you just tell me how I can help, Mrs. Scott.
I can't think of anything. Why don't you just relax for a little bit after your long trip?
No, I'm just fine. You tell me what has to be done first.
Well, Everything's got to be done. I haven't done a thing this morning. I haven't even made up my bed. The place is a mess.
Well, why don't we start with that? If you give me the sheets.
Okay. There you go. I think I'll just go check on my daughter.
Oh, dear God, April. Scott. It's her. It's his wife.